the source of life and you're the source of truth. To obey you I strive. الله أكبر.
الآن لاس فيغاس يسكنها أكثر من 3000 أمريكي مسلم، بمن فيهم الشرطية من مدينة ديترويت بولاية ميشقان التي أطلق عليها النار وكادت تقتل أثناء تأدية واجبها، وقد قررت الانتقال إلى هنا لتبدأ حياة جديدة كأمريكية مسلمة.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Raquel and I converted a week ago to Islam. I was a police officer in the city of Detroit and I worked there from '96 until 2004 and I was shot in 2002. I was shot working on the job and I came very, very close to death, and I know that I have, you know, a new beginning, a new life. And I kind of didn't know how to follow God. I just didn't know what religion to believe in until I had met some Muslim friends that really talked to me and sat me down and explained a lot to me. And it's changed my life where I'm not afraid of death anymore. You know, the only thing we have to fear is Allah, and you know, we never know when our next day is, so we better, you know, take Shahada now and you know, have that faith, and because there is only one God. And I know I came really, really close to death, and if I would have died that day, I don't know, you know, if I would have went to the hellfire or not. Where now I have the confidence and the peace and the happiness where I know where I'm going if anything were to happen today. The wings are good too, man. The wings.
Man, you're a self-centered.
I can't help it. I was like. Before I became Muslim, I really didn't have a strong opinion as far as Muslims or, you know, pro-Muslim or anti-Muslim or anything like that. I've always been that type of person. I was really open-minded. And, you know, that's one thing that I was so different about me from my family, is that I was really open-minded and respected people for what they believed in. I actually would get mad in my job as a police officer because people were attacking Muslims for absolutely no reason in Detroit, especially after 9/11. It was absolutely horrible, and it really bothered me. I'm like, you know, just because they're Muslim doesn't mean that they're an extremist or that, you know, they believe in extremist beliefs. And, you know, I know that's not what my friends that are Muslims, that's not what they believe. And, you know, they're not all terrorists. There's good and bad people in every religion and in every sector of life. You know, you have good cops and you have bad cops. And it's the same in everything. And it just really broke my heart to see, you know, and actually that's when I really became interested in Islamic beliefs after 9/11, because I was so disturbed by the things that I was seeing, you know, as a police officer on the street and the way that they were being treated. It was unconscionable, unconscionable.
على الرغم من أن راكيل مسلمة منذ فترة قصيرة، إلا أنها بدأت في تولي دور نشط في مجتمعها المحلي الجديد.
I'm here in Las Vegas at my masjid, and I have some clothes to give to the needy. And what we do is we just leave them on a table for them, and they come in, hopefully they can get something that they like. So I'm just going to leave clothes for the neighborhood, and they can take what they need. And hopefully there's some nice sweaters in here that they can use, because it's a little cold in Vegas. I know for some people it might be discouraging to learn a new language and to learn, you know, it's basically, you know, a new culture. It's not just a religion, it's a new way of living. And for me, it's not been discouraging. It's just that I want to learn it faster and want to be able to do it on my own, but it's difficult because, you know, I'm home alone and I've had to learn everything almost on the internet, even how to tie my hijab and everything, you know, I've had to learn it all on my own.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
But it's been a wonderful experience, and there's a lot of peace in it and a lot of joy that you experience when you're learning and getting it right, and it's an incredible experience. I absolutely know that I did the right thing. I had been considering it for 2 years, and I had a lot of the theology and the knowledge, but I had never experienced it. I had never went to a mosque and experienced it, but I had a lot of Muslim friends and even had a Muslim partner on the police force that explained a lot to me. When I pray, even though I don't exactly know the prayers by heart, what I do is on the internet I have a couple of sites where after it has it in Arabic, it will have it in English as well. So then I will read the English portion, and it's just so powerful. The prayers are so powerful, and I feel so protected. Allahu Akbar. And know that in this world I have nothing to fear but Allah. It's very comforting. Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah, Subhana Rabbil Allah. Warfir warhamni warborni warfani warzuqni wadini waafini. It's just my life, just a new peace and a new joy have come over me. The main thing that I like about Islam is actually being covered up. I do. I really enjoy it, to be completely honest. So, especially here in Las Vegas, because men look at women really, it's really creepy. And it's actually, I feel much safer. And the other thing that I like is that, you know, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much, and I love to learn. I've always been big into, you know, life is a learning experience, and I absolutely love that about it, is that I'm learning something new every day. Has thou seen if he denieth Allah's guidance and is forward? Is he then unaware that Allah seeth? Nay, but if he sees not, we will seize him by the forelock, the lying, sinful forelock. Then let him call upon his henchmen. We will call the guards of hell. Every day I read my Quran. Every day that I read the etiquette of, you know, Islam, I learn something new. And that people are so helpful. They're not, it's not one race. It's not, you know, people aren't judgmental if you come in there as an American. They're very supportive. They know that you don't know the Arabic.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. So after the questioning, after this whole thing, When everything is done, we're still not done. We're still not finished. There's one more obstacle, one more thing that we have to go through. And that is that every one of us have to pass over the sirat, over the bridge.
They're very gentle with you and help teach you and, you know, guide you. And, you know, I've got some really strong brothers in Islam that were raised by Imam that, you know, have been really, really helpful in teaching me a lot. And there's a lot of peace and a lot of joy in it that I've never ever felt before.
تحدثنا إلى اثنين من إخوة راكال في الإسلام وكان لهما الفضل الأساسي في توسيع مسجد الصبور، المسجد الذي تتردد عليه راكال وأقدم مساجد ولاية نيفادا.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mustafa Yunus Richards. I made my Shahada August 15th, 1993.
Sami Allahu liman hamida.
Hopefully you'll see during Juma that the Masjid al-Sabur, like all the masjids, is integrated with all different kinds of people. The Masjid al-Sabur, I believe, more than any other masjid, brings all those people together to actually work together, use their talents. This issue about black and white, this issue about whether or not we come from different countries, is a fabricated issue. The only real issue is our faith in God, our belief in one another, and the fact that we don't worry about these external forces, be they political or no matter how powerful they seem, that the only thing that we really fear is Allah or His displeasure with us, and that we look always to better ourselves so that we can be a stronger force to help our fellow Muslims and mankind.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aink Kamal. I converted to Al-Islam 27 years ago in 1984.
فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها.
I think during this day and age, the biggest misconception of Al-Islam is that Al-Islam is a very aggressive religion. It's a religion that breeds terrorism or breeds terrorists. And I think that that's the biggest misconception that anyone can have of anyone's religion. I believe that once you take the time to really look at Al-Islam for what Al-Islam is, like they told us when we were coming up, never judge a book by its cover. And so if you get past the cover and you really start to investigate and you read and you study this religion or this way of life, you will find out that it is probably the most simple and beautiful way of life that you can ever imagine. The one thing that we can't do with this religion is we can't sugarcoat it. We can't present it to people and try and make it taste sweet to them. We have to present the religion the way Allah intended this religion to be presented, the way Allah intended this religion to be practiced. And that's the only way that we're going to see success in our lives. And we see it now with so many converts, American converts, reverts, coming back to, to Islam, because people are studying, they're looking at Al-Islam. They said that
Allah, you're the source of life and you're the source of truth. To obey you I strive and my aim is